Hi guys, hope everyone's doing well. You might remember at the beginning of my last video, I spoke about a new poker coach I've been working with. His PokerStars username is Giova9990. Very strong player. I've taken a lot of coaching, poker coaching over the past couple of years, and I have to say I've been most impressed with Gio, with his approach, and his understanding of the game. I'd highly encourage you guys to check out what he's about. His Twitch link is below, where you can find the application form, and I'll also post his 2+2, where you can really see what he's about and what his approach is. In this video today, we look at a few sort of red line spots. My red line's been pretty solid over this sort of small sample so far. I think we're about 8 to 10k hands in at 50 zoom. So again, as always, I hope you take something from it, and please like and subscribe to the video. Cheers. Open the A7 on the right here. And King 6, I'm just going to fold this time. This guy looks kind of tight, although it's only a short sample, a small sample. I think he's a reg, but we'll just fold here. On the right, King 8-5. Generally a pretty good board for our range, but I think out of position, we'll start with a check. 9-8 deuce, I think I'm just going to start with a check here. I generally think villains tend to make a few more mistakes against checks, so we can maybe throw in some check raises. Or just cool down. I think both's fine. Ace is a good turn for us again. I think I'm just going to check this one here. I don't really expect him to have spades too much when he checks flop. He goes half pot here, which is like a pretty nothing size. So we can either raise or call. I think I actually prefer a small raise here, just to charge those single spade combos that he has. And on the right here, I think we'll just be 75. We can have loads of bluffs here as well. And on the right, I think we'll check and go check the side. And left here, on the left here, we bet he calls. I think we'll check and let him blast off. Looks like a few things missed. Jack 10 diamonds and stuff. He snap bets, and we are not going to fold this one. And yeah, if he's got it, he's got it. Fold here. Maybe the raise on the right's a bit thin with the A7 there, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And the nice thing is we just do get a lot of check backs as well when we raise turn out of position. Jack 10 here, we'll call. Flop top pair. Versus small size, I think, again, we can raise or call. I think this time we'll just call. Having the Jack of Hearts is pretty nice too. King 7 here, clear fold with a short stack. When he checks now, I actually think he's pretty capped. If we bet, I don't expect to get check raised that much in this line. And I think I do like bet here, because I think when he bets flop, a lot of it should be revolving around a heart. So we'll sort of go for B75 and go from there. But I think even then, a lot of his combos with the ace of hearts are just going to carry on betting. So in that line, he's just super capped, essentially. On the right, I think we will 3-bet the king queen off and open it on the right. Jack 8 deuce, pretty dry board, pretty good board. I think in theory we can big bet. We can do all sorts of sizes here, but I'm just going to stick to the range bet for now. And I think try and apply some pressure on later streets. When he snap calls, I think that's a lot of hearts, but I think this is a clear double with this combo. I think blocking King Jack's nice. And barring hearts on the river there, I think we just jam. But yeah, I'll if I haven't shown it already before the video, I'll show the graph at the end of this one. Been running pretty bad actually, but playing pretty nicely, so I'm pretty happy overall. I think I was running out of time back on one of the tables, so I might have to close it. And yeah, I've changed it to this graphic here as well because apparently it's supposed to make stars run a bit faster, because as you know, I've really been struggling with my laptop, and this new hard drive actually hasn't helped as much as I thought it would, but it seems to be running okay for now. I think I've seen the Wacko use this background, and I always wondered why. So maybe it has something to do with that as well. I'm not sure. Queen 3 would be too loose to open here, although these guys do look pretty tight. But it's worth looking into how wide you can open, you know, when the blinds aren't playing optimally, because it's basically super wide. Against some players, you can probably open any two profitably, which is pretty interesting. Not beer. Jack 8 will fold. And 6 is here, not even going to mix, just going to open pure. Fish here. And yeah, looks like an unknown in the small blind, and here on the top right as well. I think people just generally under 3-bet from the blinds. So I think 6 is just a pure open without needing to orange it, although it might be a pure open anyway. And versus the small size here, I think we just call pure and play pretty carefully now. 7s again, we can do both. We can 3-bet, we can call, we can fold. I think I just fold this one versus the 3x, maybe that's a sign of strength. And 6s versus the small size here. Oh, well, that's just a range bet. I think we can call one. Yeah, the way the 6s wrap around the 5 and the 7 is pretty nice. So this is a pretty strong bet now. He's gone, yeah, this 86% size, which basically tells me that he's not bluffing. But I think with the open ender here, we're never folding. That's a shame. And now I think we do a lot of giving up. If check 2, we jam. And yeah, pretty milky size here. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a fold. And versus half pot versus early position here, it's got a pretty easy fold. Queen 8 of diamonds will fold, 4x open. Need to start marking up some of these players when I'm playing, actually. Fallen out of that habit, which isn't too good. Ace 5 off. Guys folding pretty heavy here. I think we'll just mix this in this time. Obviously very loose, but seems to be folding quite a lot, so I think it's okay. And yeah, easy fold. Kings open. So we get 2 callers. Hopefully this won't be a caller though. We'll start with the check, I think. Out of position again. This guy, I think, well, they both got sets in their range here as well, so we just want to be a little bit careful, but King's obviously a pretty strong hand here. Okay, when he checks, I think now we are value betting. The fish would check a lot of his stronger hands on the flop for sure. I think this guy would too with the fish here. So I think we can just go B75. And we will fold on the right. Versus jam. Guy's actually playing 18-12 over a short sample, so I might even only as an exploit just 3-bet like the nuts against him, because I don't think we get as many folds when he's opening that really tight range. And 10-8 off here will open. Uh, 4-6-3, so pretty bad board for our range, pretty bad board for our hand. I think we'll start with check and take it from there. Jack 5 is loose. I think it's a fold. Fold. So when he checks again, I just think he's weak. So now we just want to sort of start folding out like ace high type hands. King, queen, 10, jack, all of that stuff. And again, I think he'd bet heart. So this one, I think I'm actually just going to overbet exploitatively. This could be massively overdoing it, which I think it is. But I just want to make sure that he folds like his ace high hands here. And the hearts is scare card, which is pretty nice. Although I'm not sure if this guy's a fish or not. But yeah, this is definitely overdoing it. But I think it will hopefully work enough at the time. Pocket nine's cool. Nice, we get it through. On the right, we can bet or check. I don't think he checks enough like aces, like strong hands here, essentially is what I'm trying to say. But I like check again, maybe let him blast off, but then again, the issue is that he might perceive a lot of his range, which has to bluff from this position. A lot of players in pool tend to perceive a showdown value, right? So hands like maybe king, queen, queen, jack are hands that he, I think, has to bluff here at some frequency, which I don't think he will. So I actually think we're better off putting our money in ourselves here. And I think a small bet's just fine, just to target the ace highs and those type of hands. When he snap calls, pretty interesting. I think we fold queen jack suited under the gun here. And now we want to get called by ace high, king high. I think we can just bet half pot. Don't expect him to have much ace x. I guess this looks kind of bluffy as well, like small bet half pot. Don't expect him to have too much ace 8x. That's fine. I think the 8 sort of hits us more than it hits him for sure. But obviously we're not really betting much 8x for that size there anyway. Uh, 10-5 deuce. We can check all bets for sure. I think this player is one of the better players in the pool. I think our hand here doesn't like to get check raised, which this guy's pretty capable of. So I think we'll just start with a check and yeah, see some turns and rivers. He bets 129, so he can obviously have tons and tons and tons of bluffs here. I don't think we need to defend ace 8 of hearts, so we're going to have ace 8 of spades, ace 8 of diamonds. So I think we just fold. But against more aggro opponents, obviously we need to make sure that we do have some strong hands to check back there. Jack 9 is a pretty close open. We'll go for it for the video, and 9-6 will open. And versus the min 3 bet. we can call. 4-3-4 again. I think we're going to do a lot of checking. Any of you bets? I think that we just give this one up. Easy fold on the left versus pot. The 7 obviously doesn't help us too much here. I think we check again, and then if we are checked to, we bluff rivers. And yeah, I think that this is definitely a card that we have to bluff now with this hand. Pretty over bluff line by me here and by Paul. But yeah, just got to be done. Just trying to fold out ace highs, king highs here essentially. But I expect to get looked up pretty frequently, and rightly so. Okay. He folds. King 7 of diamonds will open. Ace jack off, pretty interesting. Not very interesting actually, don't know why I said that. Will open. Fold. Versus a shorter stack here, we're just going to range bet pure. Ace 5 off, we're not going to do anything with here. People definitely don't 3-bet bluff enough from big blind versus button. When he calls, we can still have the best hand a lot of the time here, and I don't really see any reason to start betting ace jack off when we have so much showdown versus the fish. Depending on size, we might raise this hand. Oosh. So he's got an 85% pot. I think we'll give him credit here. I wish I had a bit more time, but we'll fold. 85% is a pretty... It looks like a scrolled size, you know? And he's obviously scrolled up, if you see what I mean. So it's probably, yeah, probably on the stronger side, but I can get behind calling that, I think. But it's close. Queen deuce suited, open. Guy's only 3-betting 8%. Queen deuce and king deuce fold. Queen 10-6. Can bet, can check. I think I'll start with the check again with our worst queen. 10-9 off. When you check, so the spade's pretty good for our range here. I'm just trying to think which size is best. I think we do probably want to start betting now with the wide range configurations. I think I kind of like half pot. But this time we won't have the option. We have to check again. Bloody time bank. But again here, expect him to bet a lot of his flush draws on the flop. And now I think here we can just bet super, super, super small for value, although it's obviously really thin. If he's got a club, he's got a club, that's fine. And yeah, don't really expect to get bluff raised that all often. But I think I would have preferred to bet turn here for sure. He had ace 8. Oh shit, what did I miss there? I think I must have misread the board. Oh, yeah, that's straight. Okay. Nice hand. King 9 fold and 4-5 fold. Go for another couple minutes or so here. Queen Jack suited, I'll 3-bet. Jack 10 fold. Flop top pair, which is pretty nice. I think I'll just bet here. Again, you can bet large, bet half, bet small. It's going to simplify to range betting. Don't think we get punished enough. Obviously, really nice turn. Even though we do block quite a lot of the calling range, I think this is generally just a turn card that we're going to bet a lot. And I think, you know, all of his flush draws are still going to have to call a lot here. Definitely have to call a lot here. Okay. I think that's fine. He could have had, you know, he had lots of under pairs there and stuff like that too. 10-8 off. Versus these guys will open it here, look pretty passive. And King Queen suited is going to be a 3-bet. Maybe get that one through. 10-8 off fold. What? I'm still going. Girlfriend just walked into the room, guys. But it's fine. Yeah. King 4 off fold. So our next hand there, and on the right, something I've been missing a lot of these sort of blind 3-bets versus earlier positions. Really important, really important to keep, to make sure that you find. And here, I'm just going to squeeze. I don't expect to get 4-bet bluffed enough here. And again, I think it just looks pretty strong when EP opens and this guy calls in the button. But then with these types of hands, yeah, the EV is pretty much coming pre-flop. So now, if we do get to post-flop, we just need to start being pretty careful as this guy tanks. Okay, pretty good board for range. So I think we will actually start with a really small bet here. And versus this guy now, I think I might even just triple off. He's going to have some King X, I guess. But his range is surely capped here. So I'm going to triple off for sure. As the last hand of the session. We want to start looking at getting stacks in here. So I think we'll just go B66. Hopefully we can bink the queen. But yeah, I'm not sure what he's got here. And nice. To get the fold through, we'll take it. A check off open. Cut off MP, I think you want to button MP even. You want a button cut off. You want to start mixing some 4-bets here. But I think this is a bit too low to start 4-betting here. Although guys 3-betting pretty aggressively, but it's a pretty small sample. Okay, that's the end of the session. Let's quickly check the results. I know you guys like it. These 100 and I was playing earlier. Pretty rough start to the session, as you can see. I think I ran queens into 10s and lost both boards, which sucked, but he hit a 10 both times. 50 and L fast. So pretty good today. Red line's pretty solid too. And yeah, obviously I played some hands earlier. Can I filter just for this session maybe? We can. And yeah, pretty nice there. I think we had some pretty interesting spots. And again, yeah, the red line's pretty solid. And then overall, so since we've got the new laptop, haven't been running too great, but it's fine. Only 5,000-6,000 hands in. So hopefully, yeah, these results will start shooting up soon. And yeah, we can discuss it in more detail. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. And thank you very much. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.